Hey friends, welcome to That Good Tarot. I'm your tarot bestie, Dams. Let's see what your guides have to talk to you about today. We have the World and we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, because we are taking reversals now. Oh. It feels like there's some kind of incoming information that could quite disrupt the status quo in your world, in your life. Okay. Let's do another big shuffle here. We're going to get some context on the status quo being referred to here, as well as what this incoming change-up could be relating to. Oh, hello. My guides are tapping on my head again. Sweetness. Love that. They were tapping on my head before as well. And I was like, okay, yes. I think it's because I've been skipping some days of readings. And maybe y'all are like, come on, Dans. And so your guides are like, come on, Dans. Anyways. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. Definitely some kind of incoming communication here. So let's get a read on what's going on in the status quo in the world here. Universe, please, can we get some more context on this world energy? What areas of this beautiful collective's life is this pertaining to? We have the Nine of Swords and the Hermit. It seems like... No! It seems like you've just been coming out of your shell. You've just been doing the work. You know, you've just been doing the work. You've been going inside. You have been isolating a little bit, and now you're like ready to venture out of that space. You're ready to move on and move forward. Love that. That's the status quo. Let's see what wants to come in and disrupt that. Now, I hope that with this message, you're just getting a heads up, because I would love for you to stay in this like energy of moving on, moving forward. I love that for you. So aren't we grateful we're getting this message now so that we know what's coming, right? Universe, please, insight information. Knight of Wands in reverse. What can you tell us about this energy? Can you tell me who this is pertaining to? We have the Nine of Coins. We have the Nine of Cups. Someone who wanted something with you. I didn't get that. It's really seeing you do so good on your own. So good on your own. I don't think they were expecting that. And like rude that they were not expecting that. Please. Are you kidding me? Not my collective. My collective is strong, beautiful. The fact that anyone would think that you would crumble without someone in you, like a certain person in your world. How dare they? How dare they underestimate the love that you have for yourself? Anyone who is as full of love for themselves like my beautiful collective is, their world isn't about to fall down because someone leaves. It might, you know, have a devastating stall if it's like a parent or a child, you know. But definitely not like not with the energy that is like, this energy is like daydreaming about being with you in like every sense. This is not like a family member, you know, and it's this kind of connection that your world is not about to fall down about that. So that's who this is regarding. So babe, it looks like you're coming, oh my gosh, with the songs. You've been coming out of your cage and you've been doing just fine. Did I just quote The Killers to you guys? Did I just quote Mr. Brightside? What is this energy? Is this because I have my hair down? Jesus. Okay. Okay. This might be your energy. Sassy cohort over here. Okay. What is it that this energy is going to do? It looks like some kind of incoming communication with this Ace of Wands. They think they have a chance. They think they have a chance. Someone from your past thinks they have a chance, and their attitude is like, be damned with the cultural divide or the situations, and forget that I couldn't come correctly towards you before. I feel like I just have to take this chance. Okay. All right. Okay, the reason why I'm like, is like, because you're doing so good, number one. Love that for you. And don't they always come out when you're doing so good? Don't they always show back up when you're living your best life? Finally doing fine. Also, the way the energy was like, oh, they're doing fine without me. I don't love that. It's quite naive. So I think I'm already offside with this energy. That could be your energy that I'm tapping into as well, that you're a bit like, who the F? Why on earth do they think they can come through? But I want to tap more into this energy and understand their intentions, because that's why we're here. That's what we're here for. And I get some information on this Ace of Wands. What is this like? What is this action coming through? What is this intention coming through towards my beautiful collective? Stop. Yo. This is too much. This is too much tea in this reading. I just want a drama-free life, you know, and I want that for y'all. I want you guys to like focus in on you. And I feel like that energy is so magnetic. It's so magnetic. I feel like it's so clear to people that you have connected with energetically, whether in relationships and friendships, whatever the case may be. It is so clear that you are emanating this energy of self-love and like focusing on yourself, and it makes you so attractive. I don't think it's been an intention of yours, but because you have fully invested all of your attention into yourself, what you've done is you've attached to yourself. You might have even gone through the process of attaching to your higher self, your future self, really just being like, no, I'm going to lock in with me. And in doing so, you have detached from these other things. And you know what happens when you detach? And I know you weren't even intending on detaching, and you weren't even intending on detaching to magnetize other people towards you, but here it is. It's happening. We have the Lovers. Stop. We have the Lovers. Queen of Swords coming through, and the Ten of Wands. Okay. It's literally, this might have been someone that you've cut off. This might have been someone you set a boundary with. This might have been someone that you were like, you were firm in where you stand. And that is just like too much. That is too much for someone who is maybe not used to seeing that version of you, maybe not used to being around people in general who are going to stand that firmly within their place, within their self, within the standard that they hold for themselves and the standard that they hold for other people that are coming towards you. Okay. It's like they're romanticizing the connection now that you have detached. I don't know what to say. And it's like, what do we do with that, you know? Okay. So let's get into what, like, your guides have given me the situation, the context about why someone might be coming towards you, and the effect that this might have on you. And I feel like that is going to be lessened with the fact that you've been given a heads up that this thing might pop up. So let's see what advice your guides have for you regarding this situation. Universe, please. What messages do you have specifically for this cohort? We have the Two of Wands. We have the King of Coins. And we have the Four of Coins. Okay. One more. King of Swords. Okay. Okay. So your guides want you to treat this... Oh, what was that? My glasses? My glasses, probably. Sorry, friends. Sorry. This is what your guides would like. Suddenly the energy really, really softened. So if a movement is taken towards you, you are strong enough to not let it shake you. And with this like heads up, you'll know that it's coming and just be like, okay, clocked it. Dan's told me about that. My tarot bestie told me about this. You don't have to say that to them. You say this to yourself as it happens. Be like, oh yeah, there it is. Don't let it divert your path. That's me as your bestie saying that. This is what your guides have to say. So Two of Wands in reverse, King of Coins in reverse. I feel like this person's going to come to you like quite dethroned, like quite like humbled. Definitely not feeling as prideful as maybe they did at a time. And your guides are asking you to take this opportunity to not make a quick and final decision on this person immediately, because we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Like, don't immediately jump to, I'm going to accept this person has changed and like place them back centrally within my life. That's not it. But it's also not like disconnect. The reason why we're even talking about this particular connection, like, let's think about why. We start this whole reading with like, what do your guides want to talk to you about? If this was someone that you were so closed off from and like absolutely never, ever, ever, they would not come up in the reading. They just wouldn't. In the same way that like there are certain people in my life that are never going to come up in a reading because my guides and my soul know that that door is like not just like closed, cemented shut. Like we put a brick wall in front of that and then we moved off planet. You don't understand how fucking closed that door is. So I just don't think this is the situation here, because your guides clearly want to talk to you about it and want to have some consideration around this. If they were truly, truly a terrible person, your guides would be like, absolutely not. They wouldn't even acknowledge it. They might just be like, there's a toxic thing that happened to you in the past. There's a certain way that past energies that should stay in the past come up in readings. And this one's not coming up like that. So, number one, don't make a hard and fast decision about whether this person is going to be in your life again or even not be in your life again. Just take it really, really slow and take the person as they are. Listen with a cautious heart. Don't get too invested, but don't be apathetic about it either. There is a part of you, like it feels like a significant enough connection that there are parts of you that very much value parts of this person. And it feels almost like there are certain things within this connection, within this friendship, within this relationship, which relationships should be friendships, okay? If it's not a friendship, then it's not a relationship. But whether it's a platonic or romantic thing, it feels like there are certain things in this connection that are very unique to this connection. There might be certain inner child healing or like anxiety relieving type things that kind of not only belong in this connection. I think you have it with other people, but not everyone. I feel like this particular person really connects with certain aspects of you and helps those certain aspects of you grow. And I feel like the same happens the other way. So that's why I feel like this connection keeps like coming back. So the closed off feeling keeps like looking out. Like this four of Pentacles, Four of Coins has been coming up in so many of the readings. And it feels like both of your energies are so guarded, but so like wishing is the word. Anyways, we have the King of Swords in reverse. Again, just delay judgment. I'm not saying don't have a judgment, but just for a time, just give the benefit of the doubt. I did not think this reading was going to go this way. Let's see what oracle cards we have. What last words your guides have. Universe, please, insight and information. 1 and... Oh my gosh, who was here for the last reading? Who here is keeping a dream journal? Let me just talk about dreams really quick. I had a dream last night. I was like swimming at the beach and there were like lots of jellyfish, but no jellyfish, which is like a thing in Australia at the moment. And but I was like watching from literally a bird's eye view. I wasn't in the water. I was like watching myself or other people on the beach. Also, I had a big nightmare, which hasn't happened in a long time. But apparently I was just shaking in my sleep a lot. So how are you guys sleeping? Did you guys have any dreams? Did you guys write anything in your dream journal? All right, we have that which is true will always be enough. Truth, honor, empress, integrity. That which is true will always be enough. I think that I hope that this message really like finds who needs to hear this. There might be some people in this collective that really struggle with like vulnerability and honesty. That which is true will always be enough. Sometimes it feels like our truth just doesn't, to us, seem like justifiable. And so we try and find other justifications and excuses and reasonings. And if we try and give that to other people, they'll see through it. So just speak your truth. Stay in your truth. Know your truth. That's the most important thing. And lastly, Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? We've got this Empress energy coming up on this one too. How can you mother yourself? I know for me, it's taking my vitamins and stop forgetting my medication because I did that again. But how can you mother yourself? How can you be taking better care of yourself? How can you make sure that you're still focusing on yourself? If you think about like, mothers make really difficult decisions sometimes. And sometimes your mother has to be like, I don't like that boy you're spending time with. I don't think they're a good influence. They keep making you cry. Why do you keep hanging out with this boy that's making you cry? Why do you keep hanging out with these friends that make you feel bad about yourself? Mothers speak the truth and mothers protect. So a little bit of self-parenting could be good right now. Anyways, that's me. That's me for the day. Thank you for spending time with me. I will see you in the next reading.